Kiss the Rings.
In the high post against Mitchell Saxon, backs it down, off balance, flips it up and in. Jaden Ledee attacks the basket, off balance. What a finish by Jaden Ledee. They go inside, and Ledee and Jefferson had to back off. I think Harrius has to change his tune of this game quickly. Lamont Butler finishes.
Played a lot here in the second half. This has been a different line of defense team.
Step into the corner. Why not? Jaden Ledee, 23. It's been a disastrous second half for St. Mary's. Darion Trammell, and it keeps on rolling. And a dominant second half by San Diego State.
Need to give up that position.
Wide open, Reese Waters sets the feed and drains a three. Stepping out for a three and backing up, and Micah Parrish connects. Darion Trammell, tough fall away three. Elijah Saunders, his third three of the game.
Plays as hard as he does for as long as he does.
The steal, Lamont Butler off to the races. And he slams it home and needs to attack it. Shovels it. Oh, hello! D throws it down. Season. Lamont Butler, a clean look. Three! Jaden Ledee in the lane. And he finishes at the rim. San Diego State takes the lead. Moses Wood from the corner. Had a look. Jaden Ledee the rebound. And San Diego State has won it. In overtime, they score the final 6 points of the game.
No Freddie, it's the Aztecs in the house tonight. Boot squad on deck. Who's next to fight?
On the Aztecs, I believe that we have won. Go Aztecs! Let's do it again. Nobody can get it. Oh, I thought this game was awesome. I heard we were underdogs. I should have bet the game. That was a mistake. You should say there should be the close. Oh. Well, you know what? Okay. Say the losers that lost by 28 points.
You know what?
Right here, Liz, right here. I've been to every game with you. You can kiss the ring. 5 years. I didn't like it. So, you want to kiss it? There you go. Baby, let the good times roll. That's right.
Future's looking bright. Boys coming in. X Fames, LB, and Jamal Franklin. Beast mode, cause we never hit the mat. Oh, you see the mountains? I got you back.
Oh, I love it. I love it. What is going on, everybody? This is the Sons of Montezuma podcast. And of course, it's basketball season, everybody. This is a Kiss the Rings episode. And I am very happy to have all you guys joining in on the chat. So let's make sure we give our proper love out there to everybody joining in. We see you guys. We thank you. Make sure you get your questions lined up for us, your comments, all your concerns. First and foremost, want to thank, I want to give a big thank you to Caliware SD. So we did our podcast episode, our NIL event there about a month ago or so. And boy, those interviews on YouTube, those podcast interviews have been getting a lot more traction now that the season has started and things are off to a very, very good start. So a big shout out to Caliware SD. And of course, you guys make sure you're going to sonsofmontezuma.com for our online shop, all of our NIL apparel. Support the guys, as you can see. Oh, man, that's a beautiful shirt Mr. Fiend has got there. And joining me, yes, sir. Joining us today, you saw him with the Motor City Bad Boy t-shirt on. You cannot stop him. You can only hope to contain this man. It is none other than SD Sports Fiend. What is up, Fiend?
How you doing, man? I love the videos from Vegas, man. The videos with the two drunk girls was just it was amazing. I watched them over and over again.
Oh man, yeah, we're gonna get all into that. That was quite the first game we had there in Las Vegas, and I'm sure our co-host is gonna have some opinions upon that. He is known as East Tahoe's finest. Of course, he's an East County boy. but it's good to see him. Good to see him out in Las Vegas for a couple of minutes, and of course, it is none other than Mr. Mr. Mike Tortolot. What's going on, man?
Boys, what's going on? You see the Final Four chair in the background here? I just scooped up. You know, so I had to get that. I was excited about grabbing that. Yeah, no, we couple nice wins. Got to see Mateo in Vegas. My little girl got to see him and meet Mr. Butler. So that was good. I got to see the first half of the first half, and then I had to go be a dad. And so we went and saw the rest of the game in the hotel room. So, but it was nice to get out there and see everybody.
it was
like everybody with kids knows what I'm talking about. Everybody without kids doesn't know what I'm talking about. So.
I still am a kid, so you know I got to keep myself in check sometimes. Otherwise, things get out of hand very, very quickly. But it was good to see you, man. It was great to see you and your daughter, and I'm glad you guys made it out. It was obviously, everybody knows by now, a very, very successful weekend in Las Vegas, where the Aztecs won not one but two games. And man, there was a lot going on in Vegas, guys. It was like my dream come true weekend, man. It was just, you got the F1 races that were going on, right? And we talked about it. I really wasn't planning on making this trip out because of the F1 races. The hotels were astronomical. The flights were just, you know, what they were. But as soon as those prices for F1 started coming down, they didn't get necessarily the turnout that I think they were hoping and expecting after all that expense that they put into the strip and to the city. As soon as I saw those prices come down, I said, this should probably happen. So things worked out. You know, Fiend, I wish you were there, man. We were missing you.
Man, I wanted to go so bad. A damn F1, dude. Why'd it have to be that weekend? You know, I mean, yeah, the prices were just too ridiculous, and I couldn't make it happen. But I will be in Vegas for the Mountain West tournament. So.
Oh my! Well, I'm glad you're here now. I'm glad all you guys are in the chat right now. I'm already, you know, perusing through some of these chats. Boy, let's keep things. It was a fun weekend in Vegas. Let's keep things under wraps. It's a family show, guys. A family show. So yeah, I tried to add the bleeps on that video. The bleeps. Tried to do that. But yeah, so once F1 came down, I was on a mission to get out there, and I'm glad I did. Boxing was going on that Thursday there at T-Mobile. Shakur Stevenson, I believe he beat Edwin De Los Santos. I wanted to go to that fight for a second, but that didn't work out. And of course, SDSU basketball, college football, NFL football, and then more SDSU basketball, which was pretty awesome. These guys.
Your seats for the championship game, man, were unbelievable. Right behind the bench. I was so jealous. So jealous.
Thank you for everybody sending me text messages or tweets, you know. Hey, we see you on TV. That was pretty cool. My phone actually died, but you know, we'll get into that as well. We got plenty to get into. Guys, this was the main event. So out of all these sporting events that were taking place there on the Strip and in Vegas, this was called the main event. It was San Diego State's first time, I believe, in this invitational, and I had a great time. I mean, T-Mobile's an excellent arena. The music was going. The entertainment value was very cool. Never been to T-Mobile before personally, so I enjoyed it. And yeah, got the championship, took the title. We're gonna get into each game. We're gonna obviously start off with St. Mary's, but a little news broke, guys. A little news broke this week, and I haven't seen SDSU official tweeted out or posted out. Maybe you guys have, but I guess next year we're playing another one of these neutral site games in Palm Springs or something against USC. Did you guys hear about that, Fiend?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's in Palm Desert over Thanksgiving weekend. So yeah, I got a cousin actually that's in the chat right now, lives out there. So hopefully get him out to a game next year, and should be an exciting time.
What do you guys think about these neutral site games, man? Mike, I know you made this one. We made the one last year in Phoenix. Are you a fan of these games, these neutral site games?
Yeah, I am, because it's like, you know, it's almost like a destination game, right? Like, I think any game that makes us better, that's not at home, I'm all for. Doesn't matter who you play, where you play it. I know I saw a lot of tweets about like nitpicking here and there, and like a lot. I don't know, man. Like I have a different viewpoint, as you guys know, on these games and things like that. So I think any game that makes us a better team and a neutral site, because where do you play the NCAA tournament? At neutral sites.
Yeah.
So you got to get comfortable with those sites and being not at home and not necessarily on the road. And especially in Palm Springs, I figure that's going to be almost like a home game for us. I'm going to make that, and I will not bring my daughter, even though I love her more than anything in the world. I take her to 2 games. I think I've stayed a whole half between the 2 games with her. So, but I love them. I think they're great. I think they're great for the team, especially next year. I was talking about next year's team already, but that's a problem for next year.
Yeah, no, for sure. Whew. Okay, guys. So where do we begin? I see a lot of people involved in the chat. Everybody in the chat, appreciate you joining. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. We are SDSU football, basketball, all athletics. We are diehards, of course, and we're glad that you're here, because if you're here, it means you're most likely a diehard as well. Oh boy, where do we begin? Cesar Gutierrez watching the OT game with Washington. He's probably watching it right now. Angelica, Catholic schoolgirls showing their dark side again. Yeah, so okay, St. Mary's, the first game, guys. The Aztecs obviously won, walked away with the win, 79-54. And we were there last year in Phoenix when we lost to St. Mary's. We've talked about it many times, because that was just one of those games for us. We were so excited for the game to watch it together, and boy, this game was redemption. Now, as I'm walking to the T-Mobile Arena, I'm walking with Coach C. If you guys watch the football episodes, you know Coach C. He lives in Vegas. He's a big Raider fan, and so we were hanging out, walking to T-Mobile, right past New York Hotel, and this group of like 8 St. Mary's fans starts coming down the escalator behind us. They take a look at us wearing our red and black, and they literally start giving us the business, as if like, oh my God, what are you Aztecs fans doing here? You guys actually like. I turn around and I'm like, are you guys really? Are you trying to talk trash at us? Like, I had to flash the ring at any chance I get. I wear this thing with no shame, right? So, just giving us the business as if making the national champion. You guys should have won it. You should have won it. Like, I pray to the basketball gods. I told them in their face, look, if you ever get the chance to get one of these rings and make it that far, that will be the greatest experience of a college basketball fan's life. Boy, talking trash with those guys, it was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Man, I wish I had been there. You needed some backup. It would have been fun to have a little back and forth trash talking with the St. Mary's. I can't believe, for a Catholic school, how foul-mouthed they are. Those girls, they were just.
I had Coach C with me. I had Coach C with me, man. He's a coach. He's a football coach. So I had to hold him back a little bit. Did he have
to regulate?
Oh man, he was all on the grill.
He's a Raiders fan too, so he knows how to fight.
They were trying to list off NBA players. Like, who do you guys have in the NBA? Like, are you seriously asking me who we have in the NBA right now? Like Kawhi Leonard? He tried to pull out Dellavedova.
Who?
Like, yeah, exactly. When your guy in the NBA's nickname is Delly, and ours is the Claw.
Oh, he was the sidekick to LeBron, right? In Cleveland, I think.
Yeah.
He had a little nice playoff run.
Why do you even entertain that kind of rubbish, bro?
Dude, when they're following you to the arena.
That's when you give one of these, you go like this, you go, ugh, and you just walk away. And then they don't know what to do with it. Like those girls, the one, how high was that girl's jeans, man? They were like up above the belly button action, the brunette, you know what I mean? And like they were meat, like they were obviously they were not sober, right? So
the one girl was double fisting. She had 2 drinks in her hand, so she definitely was not sober.
No, well, I don't really like her foundation. She needed a different foundation for her makeup, to be honest with you. I didn't love it. I think she could have used a different foundation for her makeup. It didn't sit well with it. I didn't like it.
I love in that video where like you tell the one girl to kiss your ring and she flips you the bird, and the other one actually goes to kiss the ring, and her friend pushes her out of the way and will not let her her friend kissed the ring. That was great. And then you at the end just flashing the ring.
She tried to make out with that ring, man.
I think Force Ghost Fabio is a fan of the St. Mary's Twins there. But okay, Tim Mann, Acrisure Arena in Palm Desert, new arena.
That's it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Answer 321. SDSU won the Continental Tire event in 2019. It was
Iowa.
Las
That's when we beat Iowa, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, I was there. Yeah, I was actually at that game in Vegas.
I remember that.
When we beat Iowa, and then
Garza.
Do you guys know who Kirkwood is? Do you know who Kirkwood is? Yeah, he's like the crying cowboy guy. Who's
him and his dad.
Yeah. So he got into it with some Iowa fan because they were just so annoyed that we were wooing after the game and kind of, taunting him. And I look over and someone's got him like old guys got him like by the neck and it's like walking him out. And he had hands on Kirkwood. So that's pretty typical though for Aztec fans. We don't really make friends wherever we go.
Well, when you play in Vegas, that's generally the type of environment that can happen. Angelica, next video, makeup tutorial by Mike T. All right, okay.
I mean, it's just common sense. Like, I don't know who her makeup person is, but she needs to figure that out, bro. So, like, we're 15-1 in the last 16 games in Vegas. You know that, right? Any game.
I mean, yeah, it's incredible.
Like,
any game.
like,
UNLV domination, but yeah.
Yeah, and then the Mountain West, but like that St. Mary's game, I wasn't sure how I was gonna play out. Like, I was shocked that we beat them, but I don't think St. Mary's is that good right now. Not saying that we are bad, but I mean, I think the only two teams that have beaten St. Mary's by more than 20-something points since 2010 are us and Gonzaga. That's the only teams.
Yeah.
And we did it twice. So
yeah, I think the only I was surprised by that they got beat at home by Weber State, and then I was really surprised. I was surprised that we blew them out. But then after they lost so badly to Xavier, I was like, ooh, maybe they aren't as good as we. Yeah.
Yeah, they're just not a good team right now. So hopefully they figure it out. I mean, they're going to have to in the West Coast Conference. But, got a dub.
That's a team that there were a lot of people were predicting go to the Final Four. And I'm not saying that they can't turn around and do that, but they don't look at all. They don't even look like a tournament team right now.
Well, Fiend, let's talk about it a little bit because in our last episode when we were talking about St. Mary's a bit, I believe it was you and just talking about how Weber State, I believe, beat them, and it was with their athleticism, being quicker to the ball with them. Because last year, and this is what kind of shocked me, last year when we lost to St. Mary's, we were out-rebounded in a lot of different areas that should have been our strengths, that whole front court, that experienced, muscle-aged well front court. But this year, I mean, we pretty much dominated. That second half was unbelievable. That stretch in the second half where we were just getting everything we wanted, and it wasn't even just all jump shots. I mean, the passing on some of these plays. I know we got some looks here in that St. Mary's game. What was the most surprising thing to you, Fiend, when you were watching this game and saw how the Aztecs really just in the second half had their way?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that their size was going to be a lot more of a problem for us, and again, like the Long Beach State game, Jaden Ledee is fouling these guys out, or they're getting into foul trouble. And how many times did he get to the line?
Boy,
I don't have the stats in front of me, but it was like 17, 18 times.
Well, in the St. Mary's game, it's showing he only went 5 times in the St. Mary's game.
Are you sure?
From what I'm looking at the stats here, now when you talk about Washington. That's a different story. That's the game he had a ton of free throws. Okay.
Yeah, but still they were, I mean, I just thought that their size was going to be a bigger problem for us than it was. And we out-rebounded them by 7. We got crushed on the boards last year. And I felt like we had a bigger team last year with Mensa, Arope, Johnson. And, they don't have a whole lot of difference in their size this year compared to last year. So that was just really surprising to me, is how well we controlled the boards. Because that's something that we honestly, for the first couple of games, have really struggled with, especially against BYU.
Yeah. Well, Mahaney was pretty much rendered useless in this game, and I saw against Xavier, I think he was struggling big time as well. And I mean, that was somebody I thought gave us fits last year, right? So, not sure exactly. Mitchell Saxon, their big guy, he had 16 points. He had a nice game. He's big body. Their number 5, Joshua Jefferson, was giving us a lot of trouble in that first half, sizing, matching up, with our size and kind of backing our guys down a bit. But second half, I mean, boy, just all the confidence went out the window. It was like a lid was on the bucket for the Gales, and I'm not complaining. Definitely not complaining. Jaden Ledee, 25 points on 10 of 17 shooting. After that, Reese Waters, he was pretty electric in that game against St. Mary's, pouring in 19 points, 7 of 9 field goals, and man, he really just keeps emerging to be that scoring option, and really just being able to create his own shot, whether off the curl and taking it to the basket. I don't know how much more we want to go in on St. Mary's, because I know we're all kind of like prisoners of the moment, and the Washington game was something that we're still on a little bit of a cloud riding high on that one. You guys got anything else on St. Mary's?
I just think it was a good win, man. I think Reese Waters just he's silky smooth, man. Like he's just it almost looks like it's no effort for that dude to just get whatever he wants when he wants it. And he just looks fluid. He doesn't look like out of sorts. He just looks like he just knows what he wants to do, and he goes and does it, man. And I am absolutely wildly impressed with that dude. And then you pair him with the other guys, and I mean, Jaden is just on another level, man. Like that dude is just beastie. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna say before we get into the next game, though, I mean, some things that I think we walked away from this whole weekend of that. Okay, I'm looking at Elijah Saunders with 4 blocks in that game against St. Mary's. We're gonna have some more on that, because some guys stepped up, and these games were just excellent opportunities to get a lot of experience for these guys, right? So yeah. Big win, 79-54. We're feeling good. Very surprised to see them win so handily against the St. Mary's team that has given us problems or has been very, very competitive with us. And like we said, to see them lose against Xavier, then the 2 days later, little head scratcher. But like you said, Mike, that's where they are now. Okay, now we get to the main event on Sunday, and boy, I had the Hijos. If anybody's watched the Hijos, the Montezuma podcast, our Spanish language podcast, it's full of a bunch of diehards, and they've been so great. A lot of fun. Join me at the Washington game. If anybody has seen those episodes, they how do you say? They don't back down. They bring that show energy to the game, and we really had we really had a great time out there. And so I put together a little something so you guys could all check out what it's like to watch a game with the Hijos. I was with Big O and, of course, Andrew El Chino. Want to hype them up and promote them. If you guys are Spanish speakers or somebody, definitely tell them to check out those episodes. But this is what it's like, a little view from our seats on what it was like to watch that Washington game with the Hijos. So check that out, guys.
How you doing, Oscar? Hey, I don't know that man. I don't know. 4, 3, 2, go! Hey!
At halftime, 43-40. San Diego State with the lead.
What do you got to say about that first half?
You know what? Just like Friday's game. We gotta play our game, we're all good. Tie game, we got the lead going this time. Correction. The lead. It's all good. We got it. You're talking shit to the refs. Fuck that people. Let's go. There it is. Oh! Take it to the house. Oh!
Foul.
Not a falta. That's bullshit. Finish him!
Too much fun. Too much fun having there on Sunday, being so close to the court. It was, I gotta say, that was a first time ever being that close to the court, and probably be my last time. I'm surprised we didn't get kicked out. Credit to T-Mobile staff.
Dallas. Did you just walk down to those seats? Like you didn't. Those weren't your seats, obviously.
Why weren't they my seats? What are you trying to say, Fiend?
Yeah, bro, that was the seats, bro.
Why wouldn't those be
hater,
my
dude.
seats, man?
Hey, you're different with that beanie, dude. Like the hat fiend and the beanie fiend.
Well, I know I can't afford seats like that behind a bench, so.
Well, we're gonna
I'm glad
bring in the guys.
I'm glad you're a baller.
So was something.
Well, we're gonna bring on the guys to share a little bit of their experience and how we got those seats. Bringing into the show Andrew El Chino from the E-Host, and of course our guy Big O. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the show.
Hey, it's an honor.
What's up, guys? What's up, Fiend? What's up, Big Mike?
What's up? How you doing, Big O? What's up, Chino?
What's going on?
Hola.
More like it. There's more like it.
Happy to be on the show.
What is that old saying? Long time listener, first time caller. I don't think they say that anymore because it's not radio anymore. So, it's a podcast. So I got it.
Is there an English translation for your podcast?
I see
The SAP button. You got to press the SAP button.
Oh, okay.
Had to bring in some Latin heat tonight. Hey.
I didn't get to meet you guys. I was at the game with my little girl. We bounced. She was done, bro, at like 5 minutes in to like say, but I wanted to.
No, it was last minute thing. Sunday night.
I saw you guys just walk in and I saw you guys had a good time. So I was like, man, I'll tell you what, dude, that was one of the better games that we've had in a while, man. That was wild, dude.
No doubt. You got to be a San Diego sports fan to really be able to handle a game like that here. It's the roller coaster, the ups and the downs. Like when you're born and raised native, it's like it's a character builder to be a San Diego sports fan, especially a game like that. I think there were like more than 10 lead changes, ties, or whatever the case may be. What's that? There's an old someone said, get your nitroglycerin pills or whatever it is. I didn't have them though. So.
Are you guys from Chula? Where'd you guys from? Chula?
South Bay boy, born and raised.
Okay.
Got to shout out the
I
city.
grew up in Chula with the Castle Park in the house.
Okay.
I had to move up and then buy a house somewhere. So I live in the Marietta now by Temecula.
Okay. Yeah,
Been in Aztec since 9th grade. Been in Aztec. Got to shout out Montgomery High though, but I live in the city, so National City in the house.
Yes,
bro,
sir.
but you guys know, being from San Diego, like I'm from East County, right? So it's like you look at the sports, especially San Diego sports. It's like life, right? It's like life. Like I was watching the game, so I went with my little girl, and she's like, I don't want to. She wasn't interested in it, so we went back to the hotel and watched it. And so you're watching the game, and like I look at it I look at this differently than other people, right? Obviously, I come from a different background than some people, so I look at the game and I'm like, it's just it's just a game, dude. Like, and we understand we put our heart and soul into it. We want to win, and we want to get. And then like I was thinking about, and then after the game, there was that My Wish thing on ESPN with a kid, like this 5-year-old kid got leukemia, and then he goes and sees his guys, and you're like, it's just a fucking game, dude. Like you know what I mean? Like you want to root for it, but then you realize like something like that, you snap out of it, and you're like, holy dude, this like look at what's, and then you see, look at what sports does for kids. Look at what sports does for people. Like we would have never met each other without San Diego State Aztec basketball.
No, for
You
real.
know what I mean? So like that's kind of, I look at it differently. Like, so it's like, it's cool to get this connection of Matt and I met, and then we have a mutual friend, and I get to meet you guys hopefully at a game and stuff like that, and Fiend and stuff like that. So
It's
that's my kind of
crazy to
thing,
think that.
you know? Yeah.
I met
especially
Big
for-
O through another homie. I met
Yeah.
It's
Mateo
great,
at a.
though. It's great not to get your heart ripped out all the time, though, and to win games, you know. And so we've been doing that a lot in Vegas. So it's so much more fun when you win,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, we last year, I mean, we had a great time in Phoenix, but it was, you know, kind of dampened because we played so bad against St. Mary's, you know. And I'm sure I'm really jealous of you guys getting to, you know, watch both those victories and, you know, the championship, holding up the championship wrestling belt for the title, the Continental title. And yeah, that's just what an awesome experience, man. Plus your season. I'm so jealous.
Well, just to get into it a little bit, because these guys, they weren't there on the Friday night game, but they knew I was making the trip out there, and they were like, should we make the drive out on Sunday? Should we make it? And it was kind of one of those things like last second, okay, they're just going to do it. Well, they were making the drive out, and of course, what was going on? There was a sandstorm of some sorts. Chino?
Yeah, we got backed up big time. I think it was early in the afternoon, Sunday afternoon. That there, and I'm looking on my feed, and I'm like, oh boy, 15's closed at the border, and I think it was closed for a good part of the afternoon, and I think we got to about Baker, and that's when like full stop, like you're rolling. What did I tell you, Mateo, on the way? We're like tortoise on four wheels. I mean, we were just kind of just slow and steady. And I'm like, you can't afford slow and steady when you got tip off about 7 o'clock. And we left from Murrieta about 1 too. So we were supposed to get there about 5:30, and then you just kind of get slow. You're at the mercy of traffic.
Yeah.
If anyone who's done that drive, man, to Vegas, especially on the way back.
Hey, okay, welcome back, man. Welcome back.
Yeah, my bad, guys. Got bad reception over here.
All good, man. All good. You got that you're here now. You got that chain on, and you definitely got a lot of attention for us in the broadcast. I know I'm seeing Jim Barry. You guys made the broadcast a lot. They loved Sons of Montezuma.
Hey, all right.
James,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
James Spitzer, cash out. Congrats on your first 1,000 subscriptions. Thank you again, everybody. I tried to send a little video. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. 1,000 and climbing. And yeah, I was afraid these guys weren't going to make it. They actually showed up like middle of the first half, came and sat down next to me. And the thing is you know, you asked about the seats, and it's like, well, I was afraid they weren't going to make it out because we had pooled our money together, hit the parlay on Saturday. I'm very, very proud to say we hit a very big parlay. 3 road. I want to say 3 road dogs, but Washington was a 1-point favorite. This is college football. So UCLA beat USC. UNLV actually won and beat Air Force. And then Washington beat Oregon.
No way! Oh, wow.
3 hits. So, hey, we took advantage and had those wonderful seats down there.
Thanks, Mateo, for bringing
that. We had to make it, bro. We were like an hour from there, and the damn sandstorm hit us. So we're like, what? I looked at Chino. I was like, so what's up? You want to do this? He goes, fuck it. We're already here. Let's go. Let's go. So
it's all or nothing at that point.
Yeah. Found parking across the street. Not bad. Since everybody took off from the F1, there was no one in Vegas. So they were hurting, you know, for business. We got good parking.
You know who was also running late on the way to the walk from the parking lot too? We didn't realize this till I think we got in. Farrah Compton was actually late with one of his buddies. He was like, man, even nice. he's a Vegas boy, and even he was like, come on, because they kind of got the traffic control or whatever it is, but not really.
Okay, guys, let's talk a little bit about the game because that's what we were all there for. 100-97, Aztecs win in overtime. Like you guys said, it was one of those games that just, we got off to it was an even game for the most part. We took the lead at the half. Trammell hits that amazing shot to give us that lead at the half. And okay, I'm feeling good. Like Ledee is doing his thing. Boy, Waters was doing his thing. Everybody was getting active. It was nice to see Elijah Saunders let loose. And of course, the minutes that Miles Bird got in there, he made the most of it. Fiend, when you watched this game from beginning to end, what were your first impressions or overall impressions?
I mean, this reminded me of a tournament game. I don't know for you guys that were actually there, but watching it on TV, I felt like this was a tournament game, like something you'd see in like the round of 32, maybe Sweet 16. And it was exciting. I mean, close throughout the game. I mean, like El Chino said, that the wild swings of emotion that you had to weather, with all the runs and losing the big lead at the end, and then then Washington getting to a lead in the overtime and clawing back. That, I mean, it was emotionally just draining, but exciting and exhilarating at the same time, and just so much scoring. So a lot of fun. It was a great college basketball game.
That's probably my biggest impression, was just how much we scored. Of course, Jaden Ledee, 34 points, 10 of 20 shooting, 14 of 18 free throws. You talk about fouling guys out. I mean, this was the game. We were out there on the court just yelling out every single time one of the bigs got a foul, and Ledee was just punishing dudes down there. They could not stop him. They couldn't guard him. They couldn't contain him, as Fiend, shares with him as well. Maybe it's the t-shirt. Maybe it's the muscle t-shirt. You guys both can't be contained. Mike, any thoughts on this game? Any of these performances other than Jaden Ledee's 34 points stand out to you?
Yeah, I mean, Elijah Sanders had a great game. Like, he had I am impressed with this young man. I mean, he just keeps getting better each game, more confident. The threes, he hit that three and then kind of gave a little look to the bench. And that even though he missed that dunk where he went over that dude was like some of the dirtiest shit I ever seen, man. That was wild, dude. Like, I was like, holy. Even the announcer was like, wow. But I like what? Like Micah did the little Lizard King thing. He gave that little flick of the tongue after he hit the three and got the foul. Remember that? Remember the Lizard King from Office? You know what I mean? So I just think, like, we look at games like this, and this is one of those games like Arkansas last year. We were up by 7 with a minute left, and we kind of blew it, but we figured out a way to win, right? And so this team, everybody wants perfection from this team. It's not going to happen, dude. But if you figure out a way to win and you keep getting better and you play better, and you find a way to win with all three adversity, because you're going to get it. Life isn't perfect. You're going to figure out this adversity one way or the other. And they figured out how to get it done, man. And it's like that maturity of this team is pretty impressive. So just to win and, say what you want about Jaden. We all know what he's been, right? But a 6'9" dude who's built like that is a lot tougher than a 7'1" dude who's 240, 250. Like, this dude is built like a freaking defensive end. He built like Myles Garrett. That is punishing off a dude, because, like we said, none of us played sports like this. None of us. But we know that at the end of a game, these dudes are exhausted. And if you keep getting bodied by a dude like that the whole game, that's a physical and mental toll that you just some people aren't going to be able to handle, right? So, I mean, this was a great win. Even Dutch said this. Well, Washington was probably the best team in this tournament. Obviously he's never going to say his team is the best team, knowing his how he is, but this is a great win, man. Like, this is a win where you figure out how to win this, and you can catapult. You got a couple games until you play, and you see San Diego's pretty good, and then you get Gonzaga next month. But this is one of the best games I've seen this team play in a long time, and one of the best performances San Diego State player of all time for me, with Jaden with 34 and 17. I mean, the dude is just out of his mind playing. Hopefully plays the whole year like this. So he's a beast, dude. He's a beast. You know what I mean? But Elijah Saunders continues to impress me every game. Like, he gets getting better and better and better. We're not talking about Miles Bird yet. That dude's
Okay, well let's give some love around because he did win the not only the Mountain West Player of the Week, of course we've all seen it, ESPN National Player of the Week, Andy Katz NCAA March Madness Player of the Week, Lou Olson National Player of the Week, the U.S. Writers Association Player of the Week, averaged 28.7 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 57% from 4. Okay, the dude did everything to win these last a few games, but let's spread some love because, like we did say, Elijah Saunders 16 points in this game, Micah Parrish 15 points, Reese Waters 13, Lamont Butler 7. Boy, and the guys off the bench showing up in key moments, defensive moments like Bird, of course, Jay Powell showing up, Darian Trammell showing up. We're gonna get into that because I know people are eager to ask about that.
Oh, I'd like to add in a few things, bro, if you don't mind. I just want to give mad respect to the team. Very well coached. I mean, these referees, put them on blast. I got all their names in my book right here. They were throwing some bullshit calls, bro. But just the well coaching of these players, not ghetto, as some of the high school I went to, because it would have been some fights. Oh, bro. It was ridiculous. Just like at that last buzzer of the game, I'm like, oh, yeah, try to call a flag on that one or a penalty on that one, and they do.
Chino, got anything to add? What surprised you in this game?
You know what surprised me? I think it just – I'm trying to think what it was. It just –
Well, what did you learn?
What did I learn? Oh, I learned a lot about this team here. I think we won when they won in Vegas in 19. This year I saw shades of that in a way. They were just fighting through adversity. Just kind of like, you get punched. The event was called the main event, right? It felt like a prize fight. It felt like an old school 15-rounder back and forth. And we just, we didn't lose our composure. When we blew the lead, I think we were up 11, 12, a little over 5 minutes left. And they kind of chipped away, or as Big O would say, Big O would say, a little bit of help from the refs. I think we held it. We still, even if that happened, we just kind of like, look, let's get it in overtime. Washington had the lead for a good part of overtime, and then we just grinded a way out. We found the way to win. Like, it wasn't our usual, defensive ugly effort, but we scored 100. It was first to 100 wins, and we scored 100, and we won. And it was good to see that they went through that. We almost didn't make it to overtime there after that questionable call there. I remember the guy missing the first free throw, and it was like, ball don't lie. But that's the clean version of that there. There were a lot of things that were said I'm sure Mateo we made his job very hard to edit out all the unedited stuff because we sure made our feelings well known.
Well,
we made some noise. We know they know we were there.
That's diplomatically speaking.
To be fair, at the end of the game, that was a foul. He did foul him.
Oh yeah, the 3 was at 13.
No. Yeah, well, no, Ladie, when he fouled the guy, whatever.
Yeah.
To go to overtime, that was a foul.
Yeah.
Now, he probably Waters did probably foul that dude, but they didn't call it, so it's not a foul. But the foul on Ladie to the end of the game was a foul. I mean, he did hit him, so I think that was the right call.
That's the thing too.
I just want to know who got most fouls. Did we get most of the fouls, or did they get most of the fouls? So, I mean, were they on their side?
Well, yeah, I mean that's bro,
they got whistled 27 to 19, 27 fouls to 19. They were whistled more, and of course Ladie was at the line. And so when you guys mentioned it already, when you're going against Ladie, you're gonna foul him. He's fouling their bigs out, so it was in our favor.
Both got fouled out, as a matter of fact.
Both are big guys, yeah. But that's the matchup nightmare that Ladie brings for this team is. How are you going to cover him? And he's hitting from the outside now from 3. I know that was something we brought up in the last episode, and I know Fiend's been tapping into that since last year, like that spacing on the court. And if he's allowed those opportunities to shoot from 3, I mean, he's hitting. And how do you defend that? It's going to be tough.
No, he's going pro. He's awesome, man. Just keep him healthy.
That's the key. It's a war of attrition, long season. Let me pose this to you guys, though, because when I'm looking at the stats at the end of the day, Washington made their furious comeback and, to battle over that adversity, of course, a couple things had to go our way. Force goes Fabio, says Ladie reminds him of Blake Griffin. Okay. Cesar Gutierrez, it was painful to watch the Aztecs inbound the ball versus Washington. These were some of those things that kind of showed up, but we were on the winning end this time. We did turn them over more than they turned us over. We actually only had 8 turnovers, which, that's pretty fair for an overtime game. That's actually pretty fair. But these are some big questions out there. And one of them, I think it has to do with the starting lineup. Everybody's so fascinated on the starting lineup, right? Even from the beginning of the year, people want to know what's the starting five. I hate getting into that because, as we saw last year, the makeup of the team, it just depends on the pieces. So, some people are asking about Darian Trammell, if he's going to be inserted back into this starting 5. And that, I know that was a question that was asked to coach today earlier, I believe in the presser. And, his answer is basically, nobody's guaranteed a starting 5 spot, not anybody. And these things are fluid. I'm paraphrasing, of course, don't quote me on that, but that's basically the gist of it, right? So, Darian Trammell's coming into this season a little banged up in his shoulder. They're working to protect him. But it's worked as an opportunity to give other guys minutes, let the team gel. If you're looking at the box score in this game against Washington, Darian, we saw him hit that big 3 at the end of the first half. That was the only bucket he had, but he had 4 assists. And I know when I see him out there on the court, the flow of the game when he's out there, he's so crucial to this team. Every single piece on this roster is very crucial for this thing to run. Ladie's getting all the stats. He's getting all the publicity as he should. The offense is running through him. But, man, every single piece to this puzzle is crucial. Fiend, I turn to you. Ball's in your court. When it comes to Darian Trammell or the starting 5 in general, what do you have to say about this issue?
I don't think you do anything. I think you leave it alone. I mean, this is one of the best starting 5s in the country. They are outscoring opponents every single game against quality opponents too. These aren't just cupcakes that we're playing. And so I know Darian Trammell was the starter all last year. He was the South Region MVP. Yes, he deserves as a senior to be in that starting lineup. But I just don't think you can make that change when this starting 5 is playing the way they are. And who are you going to take out of that lineup? I mean, I don't know. I feel, and I actually like the idea of Trammell coming off the bench because it staggers the minutes with Lamont Butler because they're both smaller guards and you don't get in situations where bigger guards are backing them down and scoring over them in the paint. And so I really like him as a 6-man. I don't know how that's going to affect like his ego or the chemistry of the team. I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, Dutcher's going to make that decision, and he's going to make the right one. So I'll stand by whatever he decides.
Mike, let me throw this at you because I'm seeing in the chat, Jim Barry, our starters are playing a lot of minutes, need the bench to step up. James Spitzer, even last year's team would go stretches where a basket was hard to come by, but this team can score. Piggybacking off of what Fiend just said with the starting 5 being so effective and what Jim Barry is saying, the starters are playing a lot of minutes. How do you see Darian coming off the bench as a great thing for this year's team, especially with all the young guys that are bench players? How do you see him kind of leading that second team coming in as a benefit to this year's team?
That's up to him, dude. I mean, that's up to him. That's like Matt Mitchell when he was a starter and then he went to the bench of the 1920 team. This team is like the 1920 team with the starters' minutes. Very similar. That team was getting tired at the end of the year. I don't care what anybody says. I would watch that team, and they were great, but they were getting tired with how many minutes they were playing. This team is very similar with the starters. We're going to see how this team goes throughout the year because these guys are getting a lot of minutes, dude. They're 19, 20 years old, but they're getting a lot of minutes. So I don't worry about anybody on this team kind of because of the personalities of the players as opposed to the player's personality, if that makes sense. They are going to do what's best for the team. And I think DT, I love DT, man. Like he's still getting into play into his athleticism for the whatever, getting after being not playing for a while and starting to play again, coming off the bench, you can see he's getting a little bit better each time. And the dude is he's just the dude, man. Like he's going to get what he needs to get. He's just going to get back into the rhythm of it, and he'll get there, and he's going to make everybody around him better as well. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's what happens when you get hurt. You could have been a starter where Michael, Waters been able to come off the bench, but that's just not how it is. You gotta play how the cards are dealt to you, and this is just kind of how it is. And so, be the best six man you can be. Even though you played last year, you're still getting 19 minutes. You're still getting a lot of minutes. But I just love the chemistry of this team right now. Like, this team is a culture team, and so if he's gonna play his minutes and help a Jay Powell and a Bird get better when he's on the court with them, let's do it, man. So that's all up to DT, dude. And I think he's got the personality to say, you know what, hey, man, I'm not a starter this year, even though I was last year. I'm going to do the most with what I can. And, something happens. What if someone gets hurt? He'll go and just jump in the starting lineup. So just keep playing, man. That's all that matters.
I was just going to say that. Anybody get a sprained ankle, man, and you got to be the next runner up. Who's going to fill in those shoes, Just got to go up and man up. Play hard.
And he's definitely going to get those minutes, like Mike, what you're saying. He's definitely going to get a ton of minutes. I'm seeing in the chat, Reese's jumper is sweet and is such a threat on offense. DT is still going to get his 20 to 25 minutes. Some games even more. That's from Dave K. Chino, how do you feel about this subject?
I feel like Trammell he's going to get his minutes as he gets healthier here. I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I know we're 3-1. I know we had the one loss at that school, which will not be named because they don't deserve the letters mentioned at all. But I think in due time. But I mean, those points got to come off the bench. I think Jim in the chat brought up a very good point. I mean, I'm looking at the minutes for the last game, for example. You had Ledee playing 41 minutes. You had Parrish playing a little over 37. I mean, the Butler was the only one with maybe the lowest amount of minutes, even if you call it the lowest here. It's a little over 31 minutes here. So just finding that, and I know they'll make that adjustment in due time too, in terms of like, it's ebb and flow. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And Trammell's going to have his opportunities there. He'll be able to heal up. He'll be able to get back in his rhythm, and things have their way of kind of like ironing out. And I hope that's at the expense of everyone just being healthy, and that hopefully that, the beauty about a Dutcher team is they get better over the course of the season. And Trammell is going to be a big role in that here. Senior leadership, he's got, he plays, above his size, what is that saying? It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. And we got a bunch of dogs on this team here.
Oh, yeah.
Included.
Well said. Very, very well said. Whew, okay, so guys, Jaden Ledee, all those accolades that we talked about, unstoppable force, absolutely on fire to start this season. Despite all of that, despite being a top 20 Ken Palm team, Fiend, you could back me up on that, Mr. With your stats, you could back me up on that.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, don't start playing coy now. Okay, top 20 Ken Palm team, all these accolades for Jaden Ledee, one of the toughest out of conference schedules and playing on national TV very well. Why is this team not ranked? Why is this team not ranked, Fiend?
I think all the voters went to bed early on Sunday night before they cast their ballots. They already had their mind made up before we played against Washington. So it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, why is James Madison ranked and we're not? Why? How about Florida Atlantic? They had a quad 4 loss at home to Bryant, and they're still ranked in the top 25. We have one quad 1 loss on the road, and we're not getting. We can't even crack the top 25. So whatever. I mean, it'll all work itself out. All you got to do is it's like Mike says, just keep winning, and it'll all work itself out. So
I agree.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, huh? They don't know. They don't see what we got. We're sitting behind them, so we know they got conditioning. They were running back and forth, man, it was crazy. So they know what it takes to get there. Just keep on winning.
Okay.
Am I rubbing off on all you guys?
Oh man,
It's the mic effect.
Man.
Hey Chino, we're 4-1, bro, not 3-1.
No, 3-1. There you go.
I like your chair. I like your chair. You can hit somebody with that thing now, man. Where you get it at, Mike? Where you get that chair? You can hit somebody hard with that thing.
I like it's sweet. I'll have well, Matt's got the link to it, so I'll have him send it to you.
Right on.
Yeah, it's twice, and they have like the different rounds and stuff like that. So I figured
you can walk around. You can walk around the thing at town, man. I ain't no one gonna mess with you.
Yeah. Well, it is Reno, man. You never know what's gonna happen up here. You know you know
Call Reno 911, baby.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, guys. What are we discussing next before we move on to Cal? This Saturday, 4 p.m. SoCal Showcase. Is anybody going to that game here? I'm not going.
I'll be there.
I think we're watching it from the tailgate.
Oh, that's awesome. Good luck, man. Good luck. Represent.
Is it on
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be played in a high school gym. I mean, it's kind of like a intimate venue like Maui. I've never been to the Maui Invitational, so I'm excited to watch them play in a high school gym. I think it's gonna be just great. Hopefully I get seats like you guys had.
You'll get there. You get a feed in there. We know you'll bring the heat.
Usually high school's first come, first serve, so get there early.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
Is that game on TV, by the way? I haven't seen anything like at the moment.
We're talking about that. I don't think it is. We checked ESPN Plus. Maybe it'll be on like the maybe in the Mountain West Network or something like that. I don't know.
Telemundo. Jim Berry says your view.
All right,
Oh,
the old
boy.
Channel 4, Channel 4 SD.
Your view to the rescue.
Okay.
Thank you. We're gonna try and watch it. Stream on Mountain West Channel. Okay, we're gonna try and watch the game. If anybody's going, I know Dave K. The football team is in ESPN's bottom 10. We're gonna talk about football tomorrow night. I'm gonna have James, maybe Coach C. We're gonna talk about football tomorrow night because it's definitely a weird time in Aztec football. But we're gonna try to watch the basketball game from the tailgate this Saturday. So if anybody goes to the football game, come chill with us. We're still gonna be down there having a good time watching basketball before we get into Snapdragon to watch us play Fresno.
Hey, is it too early for Santa to show up?
Man, he's got a W in that sleigh and bag of his.
I hope so.
Well, I'm also gonna go on Fresno State podcast tomorrow called Beware of Bulldog. They've been on ours, I've been on theirs, so it's about that time of year. That should be very interesting. Good dudes though, good dudes. I respect those guys, man. They do a great job. Just hopefully they won't bark at me. We'll see.
Get your rabies shot. We'll be fine. It'll be good.
Yeah, the raza's tight, bro. That's cool. That's cool. I like that.
Big O, Chino, anything last to say before we let you guys get on with your night? Hopefully we'll record another time soon with the Ecos.
All right. Hey, thank you very much. Andrew and Mateo had a blast down in Vegas, bro. It was awesome making that noise, representing, let him know we were out there. Even Butler's mom was like, wow, you guys are awesome. I was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that was his mom at the end until you told me. Like, you guys are crazy. So it was cool.
That's an understatement.
I hope everybody had a good time. Like I said, those seats is like a one-time thing. I mean, when am I ever going to be able to sit that close to the team ever? I don't project that happening. I don't project that happening.
Hey, since someone tell me, guy, what was your favorite taco at Taco de Gordo, man? Taco de Gordo. What's your favorite taco, bro?
We did celebrate with some tacos del Gordo out in Vegas after that game. We did celebrate there. Oh boy, I'm not. Chino's looking.
The carnitas is the bomb, bro. Carnitas, hey. The buchis.
The buchi, yes. I'm glad we didn't get kicked out of there either. You almost got.
We didn't even get warned that game. That's the crazy part here. I think we've been.
The basketball game or the taco shop? Yay!
Yes, both. As a matter of fact, actually.
Security on the floor were like hovering in our area. Like, okay, are they gonna have to like hog tie one of us and take us out of the arena?
Oh, that was at the game. Yeah, they're like, and then you beaters gotta keep it down. You Latinos gotta keep it down.
Our Tia working the register there at Taco Segura was giving us the keep it down, Don't say that.
The evil hey, we know how to party, right? Vegas, baby. Hey.
Right.
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys for making it. Link up with you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving to all my friends and family. Stay cool. Love you guys.
We go set it right there. Matt, Mike.
God bless.
All right, guys. Happy
Go Aztecs,
Thanksgiving.
baby.
Take it easy, Big O, Chino.
Go Aztecs.
Happy
Go
Thanksgiving.
Aztecs.
Go Aztecs.
You guys are wild, man. You guys are wild. El Chino, does that mean the Chinese? Is that what that means?
Yes, sir. He's Filipino, but you know how Latinos do. It's all everybody's Chino.
Cochino?
So terrible. But he's South Bay, so he knows what's up. He grew up with all of us. You know what I mean?
Cochinos más grandes.
I love those guys.
Are they going to make it out to Mountain West tourney?
Oh yeah, they were there last year. That's where
It's gonna be a blast.
Oh, that's going to be wild last year. Mountain West. Fino, we're getting a room, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Before we call it a stream, of course, as we do with every episode, towards the end of our episodes, we shoot our shot. We have our shoot our shot game, and try to give you guys some rapid fire questions. See how you guys can win the episode. So, a lot of tough questions.
Do we need to go through the rules again before these questions?
Oh, Fiend, you cannot take the same side as Michael. Okay,
cheater.
Can't do it.
Got it.
You
should.
So even if I don't believe it, I just have to BS it. Okay.
Your truth is the truth, man. You know?
You got to try to win over the commenters in the chat. You got to try to win the episode. So all you guys watching right now on YouTube, you got to cast your vote in the comment section for who convinced you that their answer was right, because each guy's going to shoot their shot and they're going to try to do their best. All right. Angelica's got her popcorn ready. She's ready. Okay. Let's see. What question do I want to give first? I'm going to give Fiend the first question. And that first question is going to be... I feel sorry for Mike. Okay, Fiend. Are the Aztecs asking too much of Jaden Ledee? Are they asking too much of him? You get to pick a side, and Mike has to take the alternate side and convince our watchers that their answer is right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Shoot it.
My answer is no. Jaden Ledee is the reason why we are winning all these games. Why would you not go to your bell cow in this situation? We are not asking too much of him. This is what he does. This is what he was primed to do for a breakout season. Everyone knew it. Everyone's been talking about it in the program since he got to SDSU. He's one of our highest rated recruits that we have on the team. He is our best player. No.
All right, everybody. You guys heard it. Make sure you are putting in your comments with your feedback or how you think he did. Maybe give him on a scale of 1 to 5 how you think he did. Ooh, all right, Mike. You got your work cut out for you. That is a tough position that you have to take, but I believe you were born for this. Mike, are you ready? Shoot it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna overload him, and at some point he's gonna get tired and wear out, right? Because Fiend said no, right? So I think at some point, whether I believe it or not, he's gonna get tired, man, and a lot of minutes lags, and I just think he's gonna wear out during the season, even though I don't think he's gonna wear out during the season. So, you can have this one, Fiend, because I agree with you. That's our guy, dude. So you know what I mean. But hey, at some point he's gonna get tired, so you have to give him some rest.
Man, I mean, you didn't have to say, okay, I think he's gonna wear out, but I think it does, go to the point that other guys are gonna have to kind of carry that load towards the end of the year. If we're still playing this way, maybe towards the end of the year, who knows? You know.
I just
Anyways,
think it's going to be all the guys. If they're all playing that many minutes, man, it's like 1920. Like I said, at the end of the year, 1920, those guys retired. That extra week we would have had after the freaking COVID shit, like that would have helped those guys out. But I think it's a very similar team where it's top heavy, and we're going to see how they go through the season. Just keep winning, and then we're just going to see what happens. Each team's different.
I got you.
So
okay, this second question, both of you guys will actually have the same side, but you guys have to convince the watchers that you convinced them your argument was better than the other. So Mike, you get to go first. You get the advantage on this one. And the question is, what you have to prove your argument is better than Fiend's is you're stating the case to maybe somebody like Seth Davis, who did his home court interview with Coach Dutcher this past week, and it's very amazing. You guys should watch it. They really go in depth about Coach Dutcher's past, growing up, and the Dutcher coaching household, and then his time with Fisher, and up to now. It's an amazing episode, about 30 minutes. You guys definitely watch it. Showing tomorrow, right, Fiend? I think it's showing tomorrow.
Yeah,
okay.
Tomorrow morning on CBS Sports Network.
And that was with Seth Davis, who interviewed him. But as we found out, Seth Davis did not vote the Aztecs to be ranked in the top 25. So you guys, your job right now is to tell somebody like a Mr. Seth Davis, state your case why the Aztecs should be ranked in the top 25. Mike Tortolata, are you ready?
You can just give the W to Fiend right now, because I'm going to tell you real quick what my answer is.
Whoa, okay. Mike, shoot it.
Who gives a shit? Who cares? I don't care about the rankings. We know this. Don't care, dude. We're 4-1. Worry about Cal. The rankings are the rankings. Like I said, these guys don't give a shit about the rankings, dude. We're worried about what's going to happen in February and March. You can have your ranking, dude. Air jizz on it, dude. Just keep winning. I hate the rankings. I don't think they care about nothing, man, until later in the season.
Oh boy, Mike lays down the round. He lays down.
You know how I feel about that, man. Give a fuck about the rankings.
Uncompetitive against Fiend, boy. Just absolutely.
Fiend's got his metrics and his stats. He can have this one.
Fiend, give us your best case to Mr. Seth Davis why we should be ranked.
This Aztec team is ranked in the top 25 of some pretty important metrics, and I don't see how you can rank a team like James Madison above San Diego State, or a team like I talked about earlier. How can you rank Florida Atlantic above the Aztecs when they lost to a quad 4 team in Bryant? They are like 300 something, terrible in the KenPom rankings. You have to put the Aztecs in the top 25. Don't fall asleep early next week. Watch our game.
Yes. Stay awake. Needless to say, Fiend won that one. Mike, you got to be competitive. I know you don't care about the rankings, but listen, guys, these things do matter to get our respect, to get our comings. Hey, man, listen.
We went to the Final Four. We went to the championship, guys. Like,
exactly. They need to know.
Anyone who watches basketball knows who we are, dude. Like, I remember,
apparently not, though. Apparently, these are experts. These are writers, national writers. These are experts that should know.
These guys fall in love with teams, and they're not going to denigrate those teams. Like, San Diego State's still a West Coast team, unless we're Gonzaga. Even if we went to the national championship game, they're still good. That's how it is. Just keep winning.
You see, Mike, you see how just a little poking and prodding just got you to completely shoot your shot right there. You just listed all your stances. You didn't have to be for. You could have been against. You could have said, no, they don't deserve it. Who cares?
Listen, bro.
Give us some meat on the bone. Give us some meat on the bone.
I'm not as handsome as you. I'm not as smart as Fiend. So it takes me a little while to figure things out sometimes, all right?
Oh, boy. Okay, final question. I think this will be a lot easier, maybe even a lot more intense. We'll see. Oh, I may have froze, but let's see. We'll see. Okay, guys. This is a big one. Holler if you hear me.
Holla.
Fiend, you get to go first.
Okay.
Name your top 3 Thanksgiving side dishes and why are yours the best?
Okay.
Oh,
right.
well. We might have to go without the little theme music, but you know, it's all good. I'll give you the countdown. Shoot it.
All right, my top 3 gotta be green bean casserole, number 1. You cannot beat the French onions that they have on top of that dish. That is amazing. I gotta go with whipped some whipped mashed potatoes, not the instant kind. Gotta be whipped, gotta be real with the gravy, and then give me those candy yams with the toasted marshmallows on top. Oh, those are my 3 favorite side dishes. Thanksgiving.
Oh, very, very, very good. Very good.
What are whipped mashed potatoes? Is that like the ones where you boil the potatoes and then you mash them and then you
yeah, or you use one of the whipper, what do you call it? Electric whipper. What do you call that thing? I don't know.
A whipper.
A mixer. Electric
okay. All right. What do you put in those mashed potatoes? Is there anything specific besides butter? Maybe with sour cream, make them creamier, or what?
Really, it's just butter, salt, pepper, maybe some milk. That's it.
Put some love in there.
Not gonna go that far. But yeah.
Like you can't unless you don't throw love in there, that shit ain't as good, man. Like you know that, dude. Right? You know what I mean? Like, come on, you can't just make stuff without love.
Why are you bringing down my side dishes, Mike?
No, I'm not. I'm just asking. It's just a curiosity. I just want to see. Like, do you make the mashed potatoes or like someone else? I feel like you're a good cook. You make pizza. You're a pizza guy.
It's true. That's true. You know? I don't care as long as they're real mashed potatoes.
Oh boy.
Green beans.
Mike, are you ready?
Potatoes and candy yams.
Are you ready, Mike? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, we made it through. We're back on again. Okay.
We're back.
Now is your turn, Mike. Shoot it.
Stuffing, 100% stuffing, dude. Then you have the mashed potatoes, and I think you got to go. I like me some green bean casserole, dude. I like that with the cream of mushroom and the green beans. But to me, stuffing is number 1, dude. Like, you know what I mean? You got your turkey, you got your stuffing, you got your gravy. Stuffing, mashed potatoes, if you want to throw gravy in there, and the green bean casserole, I think is a legit thing too. The cream of mushroom and the onions on top. So those are my 3.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Do you not like stuffing, Fiend?
I love stuffing. Yeah, but it's not in my top 3.
But you can't really say you love it if it's not in top 3. You enjoy it. But you can't say it's got to be great.
I can love it if it's not in my top 3. I just I love more side dishes than you do.
Is it 4? Is stuffing 4 or is it 5?
It'd probably be about 4.
About 4.
Yeah.
Well,
it's between that and the corn souffle casserole.
So you don't like you? It's okay, 5. So corn souffle. What is corn souffle casserole?
I don't know. My sister makes it. It's amazing.
Did anybody say mac and cheese?
No.
I'm kicking you both out. Get out of here. Get out of here. If you cannot put mac and cheese on Thanksgiving.
Hold on, oh my goodness. What's your 3? What's your top 3?
Okay. Mac and cheese. I'm all about the mashed potatoes and gravy. It's got to have the gravy. And I'm all about the collard greens. Yes, sir.
Oh,
I
really?
am a fan of the collard greens. Yes. Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. You can put it in there with the pig foot. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm all about it. Oscar, Big O, who's making the tamales? Yes, sir. You know how Mexicans do Thanksgiving? You know, it's tamale season. Tamale season. Okay. It's not a side dish though, but you know, I'll take that.
I thought tamales is more of a Christmas thing.
It's tamale season, man. It's tamale season. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining the chat. I hope you guys liked and subscribed. I hope you guys were entertained and had a good time. We talk nothing but Aztec sports here. Stay tuned for tomorrow where we will talk football, Aztecs football. Who are the Aztecs going to hire? What are the names that are popping up on the list? Join us tomorrow, probably around 7 o'clock. We'll put out some tweets or Instagram and let you guys know. Jim Barry, scalloped potatoes. Yes, sir. Scalloped potatoes are on point. getting me hungry. I'm ready. I'm ready for Thanksgiving. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. And thank you guys for joining. And yeah, we're gonna
feed real quick. Pie. Which pie? Pick your pie.
Oh, I go. You gotta have pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, agreed.
Pecan, close second though.
Ooh.
For sure.
That's nice.
Apple third.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Enjoy the time with your family and your friends, and enjoy the weekend. And we're thankful for all you guys, and thankful for these two guys and these crazy people in my life. So love you guys. Thankful for everything, and happy Thanksgiving.
Let's get a double win on Saturday, football and basketball. Go Aztecs.
All right, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Go SDREO. Wife's bean green casserole. Bring some on Friday. I'll see you guys. Everybody, go Aztecs. Enjoy the game this Saturday. We'll see you at the tailgate. Maybe.
Go Aztecs.
Go Aztecs. Happy Thanksgiving.
This the wins.
In the high post against Mitchell Saxon, backs it down, off balance, flips it up and in. Jaden Ledee attacks the basket, off balance. What a finish by Jaden Ledee. They go inside, and Ledee and Jefferson had to back off. St. Mary's has to stand to tune this game quick. What a cut. Lamont Butler finishes.
Played a lot here in the second half. This has been a different line with Bennett's team.
Step into the corner. Why not? Jaden Ledee, 23. It's been a disastrous second half for St. Mary's. Marion Trammell, and it keeps on rolling. And a dominant second half by San Diego State.
Did he give up that position?
Wide open, Reese Waters sets the feed and drains a three. Stepping out for a three and backing up, and Micah Parrish connects. Marion Trammell, tough fall away, three! Elijah Saunders, his third three of the game.
Plays as hard as he does for as long as he does.
The steal, Lamont Butler off to the races. And he slams it home and to attack it. Shovels it. Oh, hello! He throws it down. Season. Lamont Butler, clean look. Three! Jaden Ledee in the lane. And he finishes at the rim. San Diego State takes the lead. Moses Wood from the corner. Had a look. Jaden Ledee the rebound. And San Diego State has won it. In overtime, they score the final 6 points of the game.
No Freddie, it's the Aztecs in the house tonight. Boot squad on deck. Who's next to fight?
All the Aztecs! I believe that we have won! Go Aztecs! Let's do it again! Nobody can get it! Oh, I thought this game was awesome. I heard we were underdogs. I should have bet the game. That was a mistake. You can see there should be the close.
Aztecs!
Oh!
Aztecs!
Well, you know what? Okay. Say the losers that lost by 28 points.
You know what?
Right here, ladies, right here. I've been to every game with you. You can kiss the ring. 5 years. So, you want to kiss it? There you go. Baby, let the good times roll. That's love.
Future's looking bright. Boys coming in. X Fames, LB, and Jamal Franklin. Beast mode. Cause we nothing hit the mat. Oh, you see the mountains? I got you back.